Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my channel, and this is going to be the startup of my political predictions. Again, we did do this a few months back. I was told to shh and stop them, and then everything happened. So clearly I was a bit too close. So let's start them up again and see what truth we can share. So again, please, I'm going to be focusing mainly on the western side, so America and England, again European possibly. If I'm being drawn back into other areas, then yeah, we'll kind of take it as it comes really. I'm just going to go on the instruction of spirit. So let's tune in to getting David Cameron popping up for some reason. They're just saying he's going to make a play. He's coming to make a play for power and control. So that's great. Just when you don't think you need enough of that, that's coming up again. So that's awesome. Right, let's just dig in here and see what else they're going to show us here. I feel like he may front this one collective government agenda that's being pushed everywhere. I'm just seeing someone that's pushing something that looks cuddly and warm, because they're showing me a teddy bear. It's like, oh, this is all very cuddly and warm, and look how lovely this is. Again, they keep showing me David Cameron. I feel like he's going to step back into the spotlight here. I can see Blair firmly behind him, but it's like they're trying to bring back the people that they think people can rely on. It's not true, they can't, but it's to give the public something to kind of latch onto, but obviously it's not authentic from where I'm looking. And my guides are just saying it's definitely not authentic. They're just saying it's a means to an end. We've also got Russia are going to be making a play here, and I'm getting something around the July period. Something about them owning something. They own us. Apparently they own us. Not yet, but they will. It's like someone's going to need some kind of payout stepping in for the UK money-wise, and someone is going to step in around Russia here to offer an alleviation. It's like they're... This looks like what I'm seeing is a bit of a yeah, one world government. It's like that's an agenda that's being kind of pushed. They want us to, I'm just listening to what the guy's saying, they want us to believe that this way is a possible freedom. Spirit just saying it's false. There is going to be... Oh no, I knew this was going to come up. I'm going to be really honest with you. Because of what happens, what they're going to do is Keir Starmer, the new Labour leader, is going to step up and look like he's all very valiant and this is I'm a knight in shining armour. They're pulling on a timeline of the old Knights of the Round Table. It's not real. Keir Starmer he's been bought. I'm just telling you exactly what they're telling me. He's been bought. This guy is to provide what looks like a suitable alternative, but it's all heading it. What they're trying to push, they're funneling it through into something which is a one world government. That's what they're trying to funnel it into. They want to push for war. This is what they're trying to push for. They're trying to get something very low vibrational, very fear led. I'm just hearing Keir's going to step up and take one for the team. They're just saying it's false. Don't believe it, because it's not. It's false. It's just a false narrative. It's designed to lead you in the wrong direction, and don't believe it. If you can stick to your personal development, your spiritual development, and sovereignty of self, as opposed to buying into this, you're laughing. This is just purely informational purposes, because there needs to be balance. if we're living in a world that people are trying to block sovereignty of self, blocking intuition, blocking anything that is fair, sorry, I'm going to be polarizing that because that's part of why I'm here. They're getting Australia in on this as well. There's going to be talks with a main party leader or a government official in Australia with, they keep showing me Russia with Putin. Something about combating it's something about combating the way they're giving it to me is combating a target. It feels like it's contractual. It's like an agreement. It could be a trade agreement. I feel like Australia are no longer going to be under the British Empire. I feel like that's where that's heading. That Australia will no longer be part of the British Empire. Possibly even Canada. It's like the British Empire, which I feel sick even saying that, because I don't like the energy that's attached to it. And obviously, without me being in that era, it's very difficult to see what exactly the British Empire did. But I don't like this energy I'm tapping into. It feels horrible. It feels like there's just greed and not good things. So there's a regrouping of, it's like people are aligning with different areas and focuses, and it's like a total shedding of the British Empire, which I feel is a good thing. They are really focused on the Middle East again. Someone's building something in the Middle East, and I feel like it'll be a distraction. It's like you're going to hear of something that's going to be built around the Middle East that's going to be a total distraction. And it's interesting because I've just literally had a message from a friend and it said 1616, which essentially we're talking about a 7 and a 7, which is a 14, which adds up to a 5, which is about change. Whatever plan these guys had, it's not going to come to fruition. Let me tap into it. They're so sneaky. They're trying to block me from viewing the UK. Interesting. They're trying to design a different system of how people gain wealth in the UK. I'll be honest with you, it's like this is sick, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's like they're tallying up how much people are worth in the kingdom. And they're doing bidding based on that. It's actually sick. It's like they're trying to work out how much people are worth to them. And again, I'm picking up the same information about this America thing where it's like they're training people. These people are training people, trading. The ones that have lower wealth to them, they're trying to move away, and the ones with higher wealth, they're trying to sustain. They keep showing me David Cameron. It's like whatever this is, David Cameron's going to appear on the scene, and it's like a front runner of that. They want me to mention Q because that's now getting brought into it. You can, if you're in America and you're buying into this whole QAnon thing and you're following that, I feel like I don't know how legit that is, because even if the original group that were leading it were on it, there's definitely energies in that group that aren't anymore. and I don't know how authentic that is, so just take that with a pinch of salt. If you feel, because I feel like there will be some truth, but it's also, it's like there'll be a percentage of false information deliberately, but I feel like it's the majority are legit. Like the majority, whoever energies are involved in this, whoever started it, they're legit, but there's a few, one or two that aren't, and so they're trying to distract. They're trying to get people to bear arms deliberately, and I don't know if it's just them, but I feel like it's the Clintons. They're trying to get people to bear arms because then it's more manageable to put laws in place while this whole situation is going on. So just try not to buy into that whole drawing arms. I know your constitution is very different to what the UK would be dealing with, and obviously you fought for that and your ancestors have fought for that. I totally get it. But just don't be dragged in. It's like someone's trying to bait people to bear arms so that they can change the laws deliberately. It's like this is being utilised as that reason. So just make sure that if you're going to do that, that they don't come in, sweep in and change the laws based on your actions. It's that kind of vibe. This is what I'm seeing. The UK is selling off certain things on this country, and it's gone past the point of the NHS and public services. It's like they're stripping the country bare, but they're doing it under the guise of Boris Johnson. That's a total distraction as well. That's not. It's like they're doing it, and Boris is the fall guy. Boris Johnson's the fall guy. They're doing it to make people want change and to lead them into this collective government. I feel like what they're trying to head this towards is a divide and conquer strategy, where they're going to start trying to get a bit like the states in America, where we have a northern territory, we have a southern territory, we have different counties that are like governed in different ways, and it's not just one government. It's like there'll be a northern government and a southern government. I think that's what they're trying to do, because you've got to remember, if we're all connected in one government, where it's with only, it's like there's going to be different factions of the government in different, that are monitoring different areas, but the kind of local government is going to be more obvious than it would have usually been to control, because people are questioning this way too much. They want me to talk about 5G as well. Don't be distracted by that and what the narrative again that is being played into that. They want me to talk about the coronavirus. The coronavirus was initiated as a biological weapon by the Freemasons to target specific DNA to maintain certain control. However, I feel like there was a balance tipped, and it wasn't what I think, because it's mutated. I don't know if they're not on top of it. It's like what was once encouraged by that is now out of control. Hence the Queen's speech, hence all of these things. It's like they're trying to re-establish the control. I wouldn't be watching the Queen's speech. I wouldn't be entertaining that. Obviously, the 4 directions of the archangels, the north direction is ruled by Archangel Uriel, who oversees the pentacle, and the archetype is the sovereign. My friend had a psychic attack via a 5-pointed pentacle. Recently, I feel like they're trying to siphon off energy to try and re-establish control, because they are part of the occult and the dark arts, and it's part of what you're seeing in the collective, where the government are losing this grip, but it's designed to make it look like the Conservatives are bumbling. What is actually going on here is it's not a virus, it's a disease, right? And so they can't pinpoint what exactly is the narrative. And then I'll tell you what the narrative is the narrative is that this is about power and control, and a lot of the DNA that is affected are ones that are linked to the monarchy, because if you've watched Game of Thrones, they know they're dying out, and they know that if this fifth dimension energy that is where we're currently transitioning into, it's like the more advanced spiritual energies, the lighter realms, are going to be more in control, and they can't look at the War of the Roses, look at all of that kind of energy and how that was maintained. Look at, for example, Mary Queen of Scots, how there was a battle between her and Elizabeth I, and how the power was manoeuvred, and what the ends of that was. This is about control and power, and the fact is that we are transitioning into the fifth dimension, and the lighted realms have already won. You know, the angelic realms, the Atlantean timelines are being kind of regenerated, and all of the old paradigms and the sovereignty that once was is collapsing. But because they're used to utilizing the dark arts and the occult, they've created a genetic thing to close out what they know is a threat to them, or they think is a threat to them. Now, because I have some experience of that, to obviously where I've been defending myself from those kind of things, I'm planning on doing a sort of a collective cleanse of that, which should be coming soon on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. But it's designed to protect the areas that it needs to, so the trigger points of the DNA, because obviously don't forget, when we're transitioning into the fifth dimension, our DNA is shifting, and so the power that they would have held would have been via our DNA. And because that's changing, they can't sustain that power anymore, so they're thinking of new ways to claim it. And if everyone's ill and people are taking blood and people are distracted in a certain way, again, it's a form of control and power, isn't it? Because it's to remain in the structure that they're accustomed to. September time, I'm seeing Boris Johnson around January, February, March, April, May. He stepped right back. I'm actually hearing he might have resigned. They're saying he has. At this present moment, on the 6th of April 2020, he's currently resigned, and other people are in charge. And I don't know why, but David Cameron's just stepped forward again. I just want to say, look out for that. If you see him making a speech, this is what I'm talking about. Pay very close attention to the speech. Make sure you're protecting your energy. And what I mean by that is, because again, when someone was watching I know the Queen's speech the other day, I just said I'm not watching it because I'm not letting my energy be absorbed or siphoned off, thanks. And then my friend was like, well, how does that work? And I said, just do what you feel you need to do. And then I spoke to my friend again afterwards, and I was like, do you want to have a look into your pineal gland and just check that there's nothing there? And there was like an attachment based on what they were observing. So I wouldn't be entertaining that. And obviously, even if let's say you're watching these speeches on TV by these government officials, just make sure you're protecting and grounding yourself. So visualize a gold bubble that you can see penetrating all the good things and allowing all the good things come through, and all the more negative, low vibrational things are bouncing off them. Okay, please also start having a look around your energy field to make sure, and if you want a hand with that, please get in contact with me. I can help you with that. But the plan is for me to start rolling out some energetic help to protect against that. Now, again, people might sit there and go, well, this is very negative to focus on. If we're going to transition out of this, we can't just pretend it's not there, because some people, not everyone, some people aren't going to be able to, that it's going to be hard for them to navigate through. Now, if you're from the UK, this may apply to you. If you're not, then it probably won't. All right. If your lineage is from the West, then probably you may need some support with it, and keep an extra eye out, because this is about people having energy siphoned off, and the darker. Don't be under an illusion. There is light and dark in the third dimension. And that's what we're currently transitioning into, that yin and yang energy, which means the dark has to be removed, And we have to illuminate that first for it to be removed. We can't just pretend, you know, it doesn't exist or something. That would just be weird. David Cameron keeps popping up. They keep showing me him, so he's clearly in this front runner to sort of send us into this direction here. Now I'm recording this on the 6th. It's probably not going to go out on the 6th. So just pay attention. If anything has already come to pass at this time, then I apologise. I'll probably be posting this, I would say around maybe the 10th, the sort of 9th or 10th. So let's look from the 9th or 10th of April to see what else is they can show me here. Make sure your intentions are very clear. Let's see politically what they want to show us here from the 9th or 10th. Now I'm seeing Donald Trump. I feel like you may hear Donald Trump has also become ill. I hope I'm wrong. I wish him the very best. Obviously, I don't wish illness on anyone. That is not what I'm here to do. For me to do that would make me a hypocrite, to be honest with you, because I just don't. That's not something that I would wish anyone to receive. You know, what happens is up to spirit, really. They decide, and the lighted realms. They're showing me him. You may certainly hear of Trump. He's being forced to stand back. He's being forced to, and I hope this isn't, to be honest with you, I've got issues with Trump, but I like how honest he is. There's some honesty that Trump gives that I can respect. And again, obviously, there's a huge portion of Trump that is very controversial and extremely offensive. But there is definitely some parts of him. He definitely will give certain truths a lot clearer. I feel like when he announces certain news, he'll give clues. He actually did mention this deep state in a few of his speeches, and fair play to him, because that's exactly what we need right now. We need truth. We don't need some people just lying for the sake of it. And that's the, you know, Freemasonry, the deep state, one and the same. It's the same thing. It's the powers that keep people in this misaligned state of you know, slavery. And I know that's a very offensive word, especially with the history behind it, but unfortunately the people are suffering here, and this is a fight of our freedom. This is the actual current events that you're seeing is a reflection of what our humanity is trying to sift through and resolve in order to get to the other side. It's a sovereignty fight, you know, sovereignty of self, reclaiming the power within, and there's a balance to that. What else can you tell me moving forward from the 9th to the 10th, Spirit? Moving forward from the 9th, 10th of April, moving onwards in the political arena, what else, other messages do you want me to sort of tell people here? We've got the Emperor. This feels like Trump. Now this is actually Aries energy, but he's holding the gold orb and the scepter in the right hand. This is Condor energy. There's a prophecy that was mentioned through the transition of the 444 portal, which we've just seen, and the Age of Aquarius. It's like there was a portal here of exchange of power, and it's already taken place. The exchange of power has already occurred. They're saying it's already happened. So as in, when you look at this and watch this video, this is already designed, and you know, this is something there's going to be a passing of a well-known royal figure who is at the top of the chain, of the food chain. And obviously my commiserations go to the family and loved ones of that person, because we don't wish that on anybody. It doesn't matter what they've done, in my opinion, or how cruel they can be, or you know, what their kind of karma is. That doesn't count. For me, you've still got people around that person that may be good people. And so we have to send our condolences because that's the right thing to do, in my opinion. There is a change in the monarchy, big time. Big time. I don't know how much of that I want to go into because I don't want to manifest it as well. I've got to be careful what I'm saying. There is 2 females here, one of which is taking charge, one of which who is mourning. Could be the same person. We've now got the 2 of Swords, which is someone's not saying. They're going to be covering this up. They're not going to announce it. They're not going to announce this. They're going to lie to the public. 6 of Wands in the reverse. The 2 of Swords. They're not going to announce this immediately. And the World. They're not going to announce this. They're going to try and cover this up. But there is a male figure here. Let me just double check this information. Yeah. Now, there is a passing of a male in the royal family. The Queen is going to advise people not to, that she doesn't want people to tell. They don't want the announcement immediately. They're going to be doing something. They're going to be doing something to resist the release of this information. It's to do with money, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is in the reverse. So there's someone's trying to suppress emotion. And obviously, fair play, you know, this person's probably mourning, of course. Three people will know. Three people will advise not to speak out about it. What can you tell me about this Emperor? What can you tell me about this Emperor? Yeah, they're not going to tell people. Look, the Moon. It's going to be kept under wraps for a while. It's going to be kept under wraps for a while. What can you tell me about this card, Spirit? They don't want anyone to know. They just don't want anyone to know. I don't want to put a name on it because I feel like that's a bit... I don't know if that's right to put a name on that. I know who I'm leaning towards because it's a senior male. It's an older male. But they're doing it because I feel like these people have got the balance of control at this time of their lives, actually, that are slipping through their fingers and they don't know what to do. I think someone's offering comfort and emotions. I feel like they know that if they did this, it would rock the emotional nature of people to the point where they know that the tipping point will be at risk within the country. Yeah, look, they know. They're holding on to the balance. Look, 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. They don't want someone to have an equal acknowledgement or information that they do, because again, they're trying to, I'm sorry to say this, but they want to maintain that control. They want to maintain control. There's going to be a new monarch. Someone's going to step down. Someone's stepping down. Now it's interesting because we've got the King of Wands here, which is a fire sign. This feels more like Prince Charles. but I know he's not a fire sign, he's a Scorpio. So, but it could be, because we've also got the Page of Swords and the Eight of Cups here, which is about truth and moving on. So it's like, it could be that in the next, very soon, there is a shuffle around in the monarchy. But it's, again, it's like, there's more to it. There's more to this. Hang on, let me try and see what else they're trying to show us here about the situation. Wow. This is the Wheel of Destiny. This is something that has to happen. This is something that is guaranteed. The Wheel of Fortune. And then we've got the Ten of Swords, which is an end to destiny. Let me just see what that means. What does that mean? Yeah, it's so the Queen will be stepping down. The Queen will be stepping down. This is coming very soon. This is coming very soon. There's a defensiveness about this. I'll be honest with you, it could be because her husband's had issues, let's say. What is this card here, please, Spirit? What are you trying to show me with this card? Someone is having to step up before they think they're ready, and it's like they're uncomfortable with that. I think Prince Charles is about to take over. I think he's about to take over, and I think people are going to be like, oh my goodness, at this time, how could you possibly think this? You know, this is a good idea. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to point it out. So I think the Queen is basically ready to step down, because I think there are issues in her personal life, and these issues we're not going to hear about until a while. I feel like her husband could be under a lot of ill health, and also an extreme loss that she may be going through or is about to. And so I think she's stepping down before that, and I think they know about that, and I think this is why things are being put into place here, and I think Prince Charles is about to step up. Yeah, look, the Four of Wands. So this is like the 4 seasons, the 4 directions. This is also about marriage and about like a constitution or a reign. It's like, it feels like the reign is coming to an end. It's like the commitment is coming to an end. So it's like the job, the task at hand. Let's have a look. Yeah. There's a loss. I'll be really honest with you. They don't know how to sustain this energy and work through it, because I'll be really honest with you, I feel, I'm going to just be honest. So, World War II, there was a lot of changes, wasn't there, in World War II? And I don't know how legitimate the win, this is going to be so controversial, but I'm just going to say it. I don't know how legitimate the win was for us. I don't like that anyway, the fact that this is a win, like people have died, and look at the absolute atrocities that people were going through. I mean, that makes me feel, I feel physically sick tuning into that energy, if I'm totally honest with you, which obviously would be because I can feel it, you know, which is just not good. The royal family were bought out. I feel like people, there was a faction, whoever is in charge or is behind the monetary value of the royal family, I feel like it's been sold. This has been sold. It's like something has been sold here, and they're trying to recoup costs. It's like, and there's a secret's about to come out. Look, High Priestess, the Keeper of the Secrets, Ace of Swords, the Hidden Truth. This is definitely relating to Andrew. So again, I think what they're going to do is either this is about to get released and they can't hide it anymore, and so the best way to kind of do that is to change the monarchy and be like, ta-da, this is, look at all this, it's all swept under the carpet. But actually what's going on is the royal family's been bought and Prince Charles will take over. Now I feel like there is going to be a loss that Queen Elizabeth will go through, which is another reason she steps down, but mainly it's to distract people from what is being, I think, is going to be announced. Again, the three people, it's like they've got, I'm going to be honest with you, these people are working the dark arts as well. They're working the dark arts. Not good. You shouldn't ever be working with that kind of energy. You shouldn't really be doing magic in that kind of way anyway. You should be manifesting abundance and good for all, not just to, I'm going to manifest me being rich and everyone, the peasants, to kind of stay in the same position. That's not okay. For me, it's not okay anyway. Maybe you guys have a differing opinion and that's fair enough, but I don't like the idea of that. That's not, I don't want to know and see old people that can't even go and buy food at a supermarket or that's suffering. That's not okay for me. Don't like that kind of energy. Don't feel like it's fair. I just don't like that kind of energy. So there are three people who are gonna, it's like they've been getting insights into how to manage this, and it's got to that point where, yeah, look, there's a loss coming. There's a knock in the finances. There's they've got to take a hit. They've got to take a hit. They're trying to defend this hit that's coming. But again, the King of Wands looks like it's Prince Charles. Don't think it's William, because he's a water sign. He's a Cancer. Yeah, the Queen's taken a hit. She can't manage this anymore. The truth is coming out, and it's like they can't put a lid on this anymore, and that's what you're currently seeing. That's what you're currently seeing. An end to this kind of charade, right? Now look, the Queen of Pentacles is taking a hit in her money, which is why another reason this has been covered. Prince Charles is about to become the monarch. We've got the sun that's fallen there, which is about healing, and temperance, which is Sagittarius. Sun, which is Leo. Now, as far as my understanding is, Prince Charles is a Scorpio. As far as my understanding, Prince Charles is a Scorpio. Queen Elizabeth is, I think she's got two birthdays. She's got one in June, Gemini, one the day after mine in April, which is Taurus. Prince Charles. Now, he was, yeah, look, Prince Charles, he was supposed to be ill with coronavirus, wasn't he? And now suddenly he's opening up hospital, the Nightingale Hospital in the, yeah. What's his star sign? What's Prince star? Let's see his astrological chart. Now, obviously, we're not going to go digging into these people, because as much as I'm not massive fans of these people as what they stand for, but I'm not going to go digging into their personal charts, because that would be, we're kind of crossing a line there a little bit. I'm just looking at the overall general energies here, rather than people's lives and looking in to see what they're doing. That's not okay, in my opinion, unless they've given consent. Okay, so yeah, his ascendant is Leo. His sun is in Scorpio, his moon is in Aries, and his midhaven is also in Aries. This is Prince Charles. He's got a Leo ascendant. Now, interestingly, he's also got Jupiter in Capricorn, which is currently what is going on. This is probably going to be announced around May. This is probably going to be announced around the May time. It will be maximum May, middle of May, I feel. I don't know if it's... When is this being announced? Could be June. Could be the sort of middle, between now and the middle of June. Yeah, it's feeling more, put it this way, if you see, I feel like around the June time, going into Cancerian season, so possibly the end of June, summer solstice, could be the change. But at that point, I feel like someone's gone through a loss, and I feel like it is the Queen's husband, and so the Queen has stepped back. King of Swords. This I feel is, it feels like, is it Albert? Is that his name? It feels like Albert. Okay. What's his name? Windsor. Sorry, I'm just looking into his astro, because there's no point me digging into all this and then like realising that actually it's not the same. Is this, no, this is not the right one. Oh no, it is. Albert. So his sun is Virgo. Wow, this guy's got a very strong chart. Without reading his chart, moon in Scorpio, ascendant in Virgo, sun in Virgo. This wouldn't be him because this is an air sign. Let me see who this would be. Let me pause this while I work this out. Right, so this Prince Philip, I keep calling him Albert, his name's Prince Philip. So he's a Gemini, so this is him. This is the King of Swords, okay? Interestingly, he's come up in the news about how he cast an eye onto the prince's, to the Queen's speech. That's not creepy at all, is it? What can you tell me? What is it about this? Yeah, this person, what are you trying to tell us here, Spirit? Because you're giving me 15,000 different... Look, put it this way. Prince Philip, no. He's moving out of this. Someone's marriage or relationship, this has turned into a royal reading. It didn't mean to, but apparently this is what they wanted me to talk about. Wowza. Oh Lord. Do I have to talk about this? Someone's marriage is going under scrutiny. It feels like Harry's and Meghan's, but it's not the normal typical scrutiny. It's what role she played in the Epstein, where she's made her money. Something's not right here. Look, Ten of Pentacles, Magician in reverse. Something is not right. Something about publicity here. There's going to be a public announcement about money or a legacy. And again, this I feel like is possibly to do with Prince Philip's passing. It's like they're not going to announce it because they think that the economy is going to take a hit. It's like there's something around the money side of things that they don't... I'll be honest with you, they probably are going to announce it when something comes out about Meghan and Harry. It's like they're going to do it to boost the economic system. And I feel like what that would be is it could be that they're going to announce possibly a change or a splitting up of them two, Harry and Meghan, possibly. Yeah. Let's see. But they're not releasing certain information because they know that it's going to cause issues. It's going to cause issues. Now we've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse, which I feel someone doesn't want to tell. Has that already happened, Spirit? I'll be really honest with you. I'm recording this on the 6th of April 2020. Has this already happened? I'm wondering. Let me tap into this. Let me ask the question. Is he still on the earth plane, please? I feel like he's actually already gone. This is awful. I don't think they've actually admitted this. I think they're lying. And I think that's what this speech was about yesterday. They're just saying all is not as it seems. Because look, we've got the Hierophant and we've got the Two of Pentacles. I don't think they're going to want to admit the weakness. They think this is a weakness. They think that they're... Look, Queen of Swords in the reverse. And obviously, doesn't matter what these people have done and all these, I know, and look, obviously there's been a lot of talk about disgusting children acts that I'm not even going to get into, but that's up to upstairs to look into and to resolve. I'm not God. I'm not judge and executioner, and that's not me. So if she has lost her lifelong partner, and it doesn't matter what her karma is and what she's done or what she hasn't done, that's obviously a loss. And we've got to make sure that we're not sinking to the depths of lower vibrational energy there and sort of dismissing it, because obviously that's a lot. It's a big loss, isn't it? Someone's trying to help. It's like they've been bought out. It feels like a freaking hostile takeover, this whole thing. It's like... It's all about the yeah. Let me just see what else they're going to give me here. Wow. Yeah, look. So we've got the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords in the reverse. So this is talking here about someone that is, they're trapped. They can't move on. They're in a tricky situation. They're in a tricky position. They can't move forward on anything, right? Someone's offering them something. Okay, now this is Four of Cups. It could be an opportunity is being offered, but they're defensive about it. Now this could be the money, the Bank of England. This could be the Bank of England. They know this is it. It's going to sink the whole thing. I'll be honest. Which is why we've got the Tower and the King of Wands. They have to bring something in to stop that from happening, because they know they're going to lose money. They know they're going to lose money. And I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to look into this and see, oh, that's nice. Are they trying to help the people? No, I'm just being told, no, they're in it for themselves. This is not about helping anyone. This is about helping them. They don't really care about us. I have to re-correct myself there. They're saying that's not true. Some of them do. Some of them do. The newer generation do. And obviously I haven't linked in with the children because I'm not going to do that. They're children. There are some that do care, but at this older level, no. I'm also getting here, I don't know how long Prince Charles is going to be in control. He has to answer to someone for something. I feel like he could come down with something that isn't corona. I don't think he had corona. If he did, I'm going to be really honest with you. Should I say that? That feels very personal. I feel like he's... Oh, I've got to... Hang on a minute. Let me just pause this and look into this one sec. Okay, so... I feel like, I can't believe I'm saying this. This is so awkward. Is it this one though, or is it another one? I feel like he's got hepatitis B. That's so weird to say that. Because of there's something that he's involved with that is caught up with him. Now this can be shared via bodily fluids and blood. I need to get myself into like a steaming hot Himalayan pink bath salt shower after this and just stay there for like 2 weeks, because this is just, and I know I'm being totally over the top with how I'm explaining that, but this energy is not good. Like, this is my holy word. I'm using Palo Santo now, because this is no joke. This is just the kind of energy that no one wants near them. Sorry if you're a fan of these people, but oh my goodness me. Sorry, I know this is probably coming across as very extra. I apologise. My sun is in the 5th house. My North Node is in Leo, so yes, and I'm half Turkish, so we are known to be a little bit extra. But this energy, I'm sorry, but no, we don't. This is just no. This is not good. This is not good. He's gonna have to quickly go in, but again, it feels like there's something around ill health here that they're gonna have to. It's like you're gonna probably not see this guy a lot. I feel like he's there to rebuild the monetary system or change the monetary system, and then he's out. And now the three people. This guy's a freaking player as well. This guy is a player. He's here to do the job at hand, which is like this. Again, it feels like Keeper of the Secrets, the High Priestess. What are you hiding? What's being hidden? They're selling out the country. They're prepared, right? Invest in gold. Invest in gold. And if you do well on it, can you tip me? My PayPal's in the description box. The whole financial system's changing, and this is a distraction. They don't want people to stop spending. If you do spend, invest in gold. If you've got money and you've got money to back yourself up. There's more than one secret though. There's more than one secret. There's going to be something. Just pay attention for Prince Charles, what Prince Charles sets up, okay? If he starts looking like he's doing charity work, false. There's something very false. It's like a distraction. He's also coming in to distract. It's like Ace of Swords, truth. It could this could all come out. This could all come out. Look, Emperor. The Emperor. Now, obviously, if he's got his moon in Aries, can you tell me more about the Emperor? What is this secret and the Emperor about? I know we're going way over here. Children, something about children. And Prince Philip. No! This is awful. Why? Why can't we just, Spirit, why can't we just, you know... Oh, my goodness me. My heart hurts. This lighter is not operating. Please. So put it this way, this guy is going to take the reins and take over from Elizabeth. and something is going to come out with Prince Philip, Prince Charles, to do with children. What they're saying no. What's the no for? What? Wait a minute. They're saying the legitimacy of the emperor is under question, and the reason being is wow. One sec, let me check the information here. So what they're saying is Prince Harry's biological makeup is going to be possibly released. There's going to be some announcement about exactly who Prince Harry is related to, and it is going to link to Prince Philip, and that's going to call into question the hierarchy of all this. There's something around who is going to be, because I feel like if Charles does go into this, he's not going to stay there long. And if he does, it's like someone has to... I'll be honest with you, there's a heck of a lot of changes coming in here. Who is this emperor? It doesn't feel like Philip. It feels more like William. Nope. Charles? Could be Charles. Whatever it is, it's shocking. In fact, it could even be... It's like... look, put it this way. This is another secret coming out, and it's like it's on top of everything I've just said. Okay, let me see if I can fine tune. It's about a sun. Something about the world and the sun. What else can you tell us about this, please? The Queen of Wands in the reverse. So this would be to do with... Wait a minute. This is to do with Prince Charles. And there's another son. There's another son. Who could be older than William. This is what the whole Game of Thrones is. This is all what Game of Thrones has been about. Sorry if you didn't already know that. Someone's walking away. Disappointment. It's like someone had to walk. They could have been not recognised as a legitimate person within the family. They had to walk from the family maybe, but there's definitely someone here. They're trying to hold on to status quo because they don't want this to be released. They don't want this to be released. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This is going to rock the whole everything in this country is going to be, look, Two of Pentacles. They know that the finances, the economy is in the balance. If this information gets released, and Spirit, am I allowed to post this video? The way they answered that, sure. They're just saying we wouldn't have told you this information if you didn't need to explain it to others. So I have to trust that, and it sounds awful, but this, with what's going on, is also has a wider implication. But it's about birthing a new world. This is the new, again, the hierarchy, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. It's closing down the existing hierarchy, ready for the new. Strength is Leo. This is about a new energy that isn't or wasn't able to come through. We've got Justice, which is karma, and the Page of Cups. This is about a justice. And look, Five of Swords, mind games being closed out, finished. No more games. They can't sustain that anymore because people aren't stupid. And I feel like things have been manipulated long enough. Look, Magician reversed, Nine of Swords. These guys are worried about what people are going to find out. They're trying to keep it in hand at the moment. Okay, guys, that was a little bit all over the place, but hopefully you can understand the messages that come through. We'll probably be doing regular ones of these. Again, if I'm going to be real with you, if you are putting abuse in the comments because you disagree with what I'm saying, why? You're more than entitled to disagree with what I've just channeled there, more than entitled to, but I don't want to sit and read your venom in the comments, just an FYI. If you don't like it, change a different, move to a different channel, don't watch, but don't sort of, I'm more than open to feedback, but when it gets to be abusive, I'm just gonna ignore you. So yeah, hopefully that's been of some help. Take good care, and till next time.